All right, guys. I'm just doing a cheeky stream. Just came back from a wonderful dog walk with my lovely dog and my darling wife, and I kind of figured, why not do a cheeky stream? And then I kind of figured, why not actually cast some games? Because I haven't done some casting for a while, and I also kind of realized there aren't actually that many people casting on the ladder at the moment. So I kind of wanted, well, casting regular ladder games at a level. Like, we've got lots of people casting new perspectives. We've got HERA and Viper, obviously, casting, kind of just playing and streaming while they play. And obviously, T90 does kind of highlights of games and things, and then cast Warlords. But um, there aren't a huge amount of people actually just like looking at the ladder and looking at what games are on at the moment. So I kind of figured it would be good to look over a couple of games that have been played over the last week and just cast a couple of games. So today I have a cracker of a game for you, or at least I think it's going to be a cracker of a game from the kind of analysis I saw on AOE2 stats. We've got Yo in the red, obviously one of the probably in top 5 players in the game, maybe even kind of top 3, depending on who you ask. And he's playing in the red as the Romans, and then in the blue we have HERA, probably world champion at the moment, playing as the Celts. Now, this is quite an interesting matchup, I think, particularly with the new patch, because of the amount of buffs that infantry have gotten. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this kind of plays out. Initially, I definitely favor Romans here. Romans kind of a little bit more well-rounded, a little bit less two-dimensional than Celts were, at least traditionally. Obviously, Romans have one of the most well-rounded eco bonuses in the game, with a flat 5% increase in gather rate and movement speed and build speed for all their builds, which is just such a lovely bonus to have. It really kind of makes your builds feel that much smoother. However, they also get the great infantry bonuses with the extra defense and stuff, so we may well see some kind of man-at-arms play here from our Romans player. And then Celts, traditionally not one of the civs that you play in that kind of typical manner. Huang has kind of made a career off playing Celts with the kind of fast castle kind of style play. And maybe we'll see that today. I mean, Celts as well also have the faster moving infantry, and arguably they're in quite a good state at the moment because of the infantry buff in the most recent patch. This is also Chicken Arabia, so I'd love to see it. I've actually had some sick games on Chicken Arabia, so I'm a big fan of the kind of 50-50 chickens or deer in this kind of new patch. From initial kind of build, it looks like Yo has already gone 3 on wood, so I imagine this build is going to go and drop barracks. Are we about to see that? There we are. Love to see it. So it looks like Yo is going for man-at-arms. HERA, he's milled his chickens, and the chickens are actually really forward to the front, so if his opponent is going man-at-arms, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. HERA is scouting though, so you should be able to scout this relatively easily. I'm not actually a massive fan of HERA's map. Like, he's got the forward chickens, his stone's forward, his gold is forward. His wood is kind of off to the side, but it's not great. He could wall this side relatively easily, but we'll see. Yo is actually going up really early if he's getting loom now. Yeah, he's queued up. Wow, that's a crazy uptime for man-at-arms. 19 pop, 18 bills, man-at-arms with the Romans. I mean, I'm going to have to rewatch this game and actually see how he's done that. Interesting to note that he hadn't actually milled the berries or the chickens. He's literally just gathering them, and I guess that's kind of nice. I've seen a couple of different views on whether you should mill the chickens or not. Kind of interesting to see Yo is just not milling them at all. I guess that kind of makes sense because they're not that far, and also Romans do get the 5% movement speed, right? Like, am I right in saying that? I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me in the chat. Anyway, so it does look like Yo is going to be getting those man-at-arms. HERA has scouted it, so he shouldn't be too surprised by this. He's getting Loom, so HERA might be able to small wall. He's going up relatively late with 22 pop. Is he going to try and fast castle behind this? That's pretty ballsy. I mean, 22 pop Vil fast castle is pretty ballsy anyway, but it's not that uncommon these days. And there you are, Fudo comes in. The scout should be able to chase down HERA's scout, which is going to be really nice for Yo. Take some HP off. Don't lose your scout, Yo! Oh, that was nice. Absolute amazing dodge there. Man-at-Arms is going to be coming in for Yo, and HERA's completely pushed off the berries, so that's really not ideal. He should be able to still make the fast castle work. He might struggle for a little bit of gold, but I don't know, he's got enough food to go up relatively soon. These man-at-arms absolutely chomping away through this house right now, and HERA's going to have to constantly repair. I love this by HERA, just kind of... Oh my goodness, can you hear my dog kicking off in the background? I'm going to try and cast through that. Anyway, looks like, oh my goodness, okay, there's so much going on. So HERA is gone back for the chickens, love to see it, whilst Yo's man-at-arms are distracted. However, Yo is going forward with a couple of Vils here. He's going forward with 5 Vils to kind of make a tower. He initially placed it here. I think you could probably be a bit more ambitious and maybe place it by here just to definitely cover the gold. Looks like HERA is going to be able to get up. He's got the market, he's getting the blacksmith. So there hadn't been a huge amount of damage done just yet by Yo's man-at-arms, but it's definitely kind of it's definitely made things a little bit difficult for our Celts player here. Now, HERA definitely knows about these man-at-arms. And what's going to happen with that scout? Ooh, that was really close. That actually might be quite big, because it looks like, you know, obviously HERA is going for the fast castle kind of play, so you really kind of want to keep your scout alive for that, so you can kind of use your scout to help get the forward siege workshop in a bit. HERA is going for the second gold. But, oh my goodness, there's so much going on here. The Yo's tower has got up successfully. HERA responds with a counter tower, and this is just so annoying if you're trying to do the kind of classic Huang style push, because, you know, you've got idle Vils in this tower, they're not able to take your gold, you've got to spend 100 extra wood on kind of putting another mining camp over here. Yo's man-at-arms continue to be prowling around, and they're actually all on 4 HP, so like, if you wanted to get the extra defense here for the Roman, it might even be worth it, just to give them an extra bit of survivability, but they're being so annoying, causing HERA to have to pull back his build, and currently HERA has nothing on gold, which is massive. Another tower coming up on this wood line. It looks like HERA is going to be taking that down with these Vils, so I don't think that's going to go up unless Yo manages to quick wall. Siege Workshop has come up on the front of HERA's base, which is alright. Looks like this tower is going to go down. And so at this point, I'm not really sure what Yo is kind of hoping to accomplish here. He's going to continue to he's going to put up another tower, hope to continue to deny HERA's main gold, but at this point, HERA should be able to just take this gold over here. It might even be worth fighting with a couple of Vils against these man-at-arms, because he really does need access to this gold. One Scorpion has come out. I wouldn't be surprised if... Okay, it looks like HERA's going to try and take down this tower with a load of Vils, but I don't think this... I think we're going to see maybe 2 or 3 Vils go down here, so this could actually be really nice. Is that full going to go down? Oh my goodness. So many weak Vils. One's going down. Are we going to get another one? not quite luckiest villain in the game. This Scorpion may well go down there. And oh my goodness, the man-at-arms have also kind of gone down over here, but it looks like they may well have killed a couple of vills in the meantime. So HERA has lost 4 vills, and Yo hasn't lost any just yet. I wouldn't be surprised if that triggers shortly. The Scorpion is being very kind of annoying against this tower. However, I mean, you know, Scorpions aren't great against towers, they do fine, I guess. But this tower is slowly but surely being battered down by vills and whatnot, and that would have been a great play by HERA there to war in those vills, but they are going to get away. It looks like one vill would go down, or another one. Just about gonna get away. Oh my goodness, that's a very lucky vill over here. Okay, and at this point, Yo is just about to click up. He's got the marker. He doesn't have any military production buildings bar the barracks, but I feel like Yo is very much in the kind of driver's seat right now. Whilst HERA can pump out a couple of Scorpions, he'll probably send those forward. Yo's economy has been relatively untouched. He's only lost 1 vill, which kind of he sent forward. He's doing a forward stable over here. I'm not super sure about that. I'm kind of like, just bring these vills home, mate. Like, he's done a lot of damage to HERA here, and HERA is now going to try and pull himself back into this. Look at the res collected as well. Even, you know, the Celts have a sick eco bonus with the wood gathering rate. And even with that, he's kind of more than, or a little bit less than 1,000 resources behind. Also, note, Yo has managed to snag the feudal eco bonuses, including horse collar. I love to see it. I mean, that's really going to come and bite him now as these foot amps kind of start to run out. But it looks like HERA's going to try and get back into this. He's sending his Scorpions forward, he's sending his Spears forward, and a couple of vills probably going to slap down a Siege Workshop. I can imagine that coming up right by here. Maybe Siege Workshop, maybe a Monastery. And that is such a frustrating combination to fight against. There's the Siege Workshop. Immediately, Yo's probably going to want to respond with his own Siege Workshop and maybe a Monastery of his own. If Yo can get into a position where he has a Siege Workshop and Redemption Monks, he should be able to shut this down relatively easily. In the meantime, oh my goodness, more towers. Scout coming out for Yo, and just note that the score has kind of, both players are very close in terms of score right now, so it is still kind of close. Yo is sending knights forward to HERA's base, and that's going to be really tricky for our Celts player here. However, Rams and Spears and Scorpions, oh my, kind of quite a lethal combination to deal with, particularly in early castle. And let's just note that Yo doesn't really have any upgrades on his knights. He's got the first attack upgrade, but he does have no armor, has no bloodlines. So those knights, they can take out vills, they can take out a couple of spears, but like, they're not going to be standing up to a volley from 6 Celt Scorpions. However, oh my goodness, okay, so this is going to be really tricky for HERA now. That was so close. HERA absolutely markering like a god. Absolutely what he's known for right now. And oh my goodness, I have accidentally paused. There we are. Okay, sorry, technical difficulties there. Anyway, so HERA's micro really solid, but he still loses half of his Scorpions there. That's not ideal at all. And whilst this is going on, oh my goodness, Yo is causing absolute havoc in HERA's base, raiding a couple of vills there, forcing HERA to wall up. I hate being in this position, you know, where you're really focusing on your opponent, but you're in your opponent's base, but your opponent is making life so difficult for you at home. And really nice win for HERA there in the Mangonel War. Of course, the Celt Siege does attack faster This is going to be quite difficult for Yo to clear up now. He can't just go knights because there are monks and spears on the field. The siege, obviously Celt siege is faster, and HERA is probably the best micro player on the planet right now. So, you know, does Mr. Yo think that he can win a Mangonel war against HERA? Maybe not. So he's just going to try and play defensively and continue to rate his opponent at home. The knights are doing their thing. These vills are taking a holiday. just yeah, just lounging around at the front of the Celts player base. And it looks like Yo's Siege Workshop is kind of coming under serious fire here. Note as well, HERA still has these two builds on the front. He still has the these Mangonels, Scorpions, and the Ram as well. So this Siege Workshop is probably going to go down pretty quickly. And once that Siege Workshop's down, oh my goodness, that was a great shot from HERA there. But once that Siege Workshop's down, this gold looks very precarious indeed. Oh my god, there's so much going on all the time here. Okay, so Yo, absolute genius move, sends the Mangonel forward to take out these gold builds. Gold builds try and take down the Mangonel themselves, but they get absolutely cleared up by the knights from Yo, and suddenly, look at that build difference, right? Yo has managed to kill 13 of HERA's vills. HERA has only killed 2 of his opponents. Now, the Celts kind of forward siege can snowball really fast, but this is looking really dicey for HERA right now. He hasn't managed to do the damage that he wants to do. Forward monastery for Yo as well. Love to see it. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I don't think that's a great play, but you know, why not? I guess. More Mangonel micro going on, and Yo is just about managing to keep this Siege Workshop up. I actually really like the idea of targeting the market as well, because Yo's economy is, yeah, he's very much using the market to kind of keep himself afloat in the same way that HERA is, to be honest. But taking down the market can be a real pain in the ass when your economy is like this. This Ram just about staying in the game. Oh, that was really nice for Yo. Can he take out another 2 Mangonels for none? Can HERA really afford that? And if Yo takes out that Mango as well, this is going to be really difficult for HERA all of a sudden. Okay, no, it looks like HERA is on point. He's microing like the micro god that we all know he is. And Yo's kind of pushed. Yo's kind of small military force at the front in HERA's base is kind of not really active right now. More Mangonels just collapsing left, right, and centre. But this market is on increasingly low health. Yo is going to be able to get one more Mango out, but is this Ram going to stay out? Oh my goodness. Okay, Ram is being taken down by Vills. Mangonel's going. Nope, not quite. HERA repairing this Ram as frantically as he possibly can. Yo's Vills going down there. Market goes down. It looks like this Ram is also going to go down. But suddenly, this is, even though Yo has managed to hold, he's managed to kill so many of HERA's vills in comparison to his own, he's really feeling the pressure right now. That being said, Yo is continuing to just be an absolute nuisance at the front of HERA's base here. He's got a couple monks, he's converting his opponent's spearmen, he's still got one knight, he's still got a couple of vills, and he's planting down his own Siege Workshop. He says, you know, I've had enough of Mangonels and Scorpions and battering Rams battering down my base. Let's see whether HERA likes a taste of his own medicine. The Siege Workshop for Yo at his own base is coming under a lot of pressure here. Mangonel comes out. is it gonna just about surviving by the skin of its teeth? Another mangonel is going to come out, but remember, 3 Celts mangonels absolutely eating this Siege Workshop. This mangonel here literally surviving another shot by the skin of its teeth. Looks like Yo's going to lose a couple of monks on this side as well, and oh, that was actually really well done by Yo, just about saving that knight. Having the monk there as well means you can heal that up, which is going to be great. And the Siege Worker was down, and this is really precarious now for Yo. He needs access to his gold. He's had to rebuild his market. I do love that he's expanded to this gold over here. That tower is probably... I'd be quite interested to know how much damage that tower's done over the course of this game now. This mangonel frantically being repaired by HERA, but it looks like... yeah, just about being taken out by the mangonel over here. Another... oh, I thought he was going to get another one, but Yo manages to kill a Vil. He's now killed 24 Vils. Oh my goodness. And there's so much going on in this game. I basically can't cast this. Why did I choose this game as my first game to cast after like a year? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's so much going on here. It looks like HERA is absolutely having to evacuate his base from over here. I thought this was Arabia, guys. It looks like more like evacuation or migration, right? Am I right, guys? Like, just crazy. The HERA's villagers have decided that it is more safe close to Yo's base than it is in their own base right now. Bulvil's going down. Looks like HERA's going to convert a knight, but he gets a mangonel. What? I mean, he lost a mangonel, but he killed one of HERA's knights, Yo's knights, and he converted one, which looks like he's going to be able to threaten this knight over here. I wouldn't be surprised if that knight dies pretty quickly to the spearman and the scorpion. Now looks like it's going to get away, but this is such a dodgy situation right now for HERA. He's had so much damage inflicted. He's lost almost 30 Vils. He's only got 38 Vils. He's lost almost as many Vils as he has in total. And Yo's just, I mean, he's not sitting back relaxed, but he's got 62 Vils. When you've got 62 Vils, when you've got almost double the amount of Vils on your opponent, you know you're in a great position. HERA losing another mangonel. And this is such an awkward position now for HERA as well. He's streaming reinforcements, which are being intercepted by this mass of scorpions and monks, and the occasional knight as well. HERA's push up the front of Yo's base is just kind of run out of steam, and although, you know, HERA's made Yo, like, really kind of made him work for this win, Yo's still got 5 or 6 idle Vils in this town centre, but 6 idle Vils compared to losing half your eco, not a bad position to be in. And at this point, HERA's really having to, he's barely got enough food, Vils on food, Vils on farms to actually get to keep his TC going. He's having to buy food to keep it going. And Yo is now at 60 Vils. He's got bloodlines. Maybe starting to think about doing a bit more of a traditional army comp. And, you know, once you have like 2 or 3 stables, which are, I mean, there's the GG. I was going to say once you have 2 or 3 stables, pumping knights, like, it's very difficult for HERA's army comp to kind of take that back. But, oh my goodness, what a game.